Wow. Okay. Oh, I think I'm live. Somebody hopefully let me know if you can hear me. I have changed a number of things here today, so bear with me. I just was troubleshooting things. So let's see. We've got. Oops, where's that? Ken, thanks for joining. Appreciate it. We're good, Shelly and I. Thank you for asking. And Rick, hello from North Carolina. Thanks, Rick, for joining. Appreciate it. Hi, hello. Good. Okay, Chris is saying it sounds good. I appreciate that. Thanks. I've got the mic, I think, going out. I don't know if it's stereo or mono. I can't. Something I got to learn about. So, Lowell, good to have you here. Thanks. Lee, good to have you here again from Alabama. I'm not going to get that wrong again. So, thanks. Oh my gosh, there's just so much. I'll explain it here in a minute what's going on. Let me get to the rest of these folks. So, Dave Leader, thanks for joining. Appreciate it. Good to have you here. Chris, there he is. Chris saying it's all sounds good. So, good, excellent. Appreciate that. And I don't know if Rick says I see and hear you. Good. Fresh haircut. Yeah. This is a home haircut. It's a special. It's a little thin, maybe there and there, but I get one of those kits, and I couldn't get the back, so Shelly helped me. She gets all nervous about cutting my hair, so thanks for noticing. It is a little thin there, isn't it? But that's the way it goes. I don't mind. It grows back. Let's see. Yes, we can see and hear you. Thank you. Good to have you here, Doreen. Philip, thanks for joining. Hope you had a great time at Conquers last Friday. I've caught a bit of the replay. I got to catch the rest of it. So thanks for being here. I appreciate it. So Nick, good to have you here. Excellent. Chaim's here. Thank you for joining, Chaim. I appreciate it. It says evening again. Okay, so hang on. Say, Todd, my wife and I had a delightful visit with Wendy and her new husband, Gene. She wants to do a retreat next March and again forever. Yeah, so excellent. Yeah, Wendy's got a Williams now. He's got a retreat down in Kingsville, Texas. So a weekend of turning fun for everybody involved. So we do one here in Dallas area. So I so happen to be the president of the Dallas area Woodturners Club this year, and I'm also president of the Trinity River Woodturners Council, which is a council of 5 clubs in the area. The main purpose of that council is to kind of organize a woodturning retreat here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. So we're hoping to do that this fall. We did it in 2019. Of course, we didn't do it in 2020, but 2019 was a good event. We had, I think, 40 some odd lathes, 20 or some plus different instructors, 32, 16 classes, 16 sessions of 32 different classes or 30 different classes, something like that. So anyway, lots of fun, lots of shavings for the whole weekend. We had numerous people join from all over Texas and some from out of state. So that was a lot of fun. We're hoping to do that again here this year. So we'll see. Anyway, thanks for the comment, Lowell. Chris, it may not grow back at some point, but I don't have that experience yet, so thanks. Larry says you're supposed to turn your own bowls for haircuts. Okay. Well, this is kind of a funny shape, but it looks kind of like a bowl. Maybe, I don't know. But yeah, thank you. Philip says thank you. So good. I think I'm all caught up on comments, so I appreciate y'all all joining. So here's what's kind of happened in the studio. Even though things kind of look the same, I've got the overhead wide. Oh, I don't have my battery in for my sliders. I have to move them by hand. So the shop is in a bit of a state. I have rearranged. There's the tailstock view, the little camera. I don't have the wide camera on. I didn't have the time to get that set up, but I have kind of reconfigured things a little bit. I'm operating this show with a new new version of the A10 mini switcher, the A10 mini extreme ISO. So it's got more inputs, a lot more functions, and all that kind of stuff. I haven't figured it out yet, so it required me kind of rebuilding this box over here that's above the headstock. You can't see what I'm pointing at. So over above the headstock up here. In fact, I don't know if I can. Oh, you can just see the corner of the box here. So, but that's it. So I had to rebuild that. Well, not rebuild. Yeah, I kind of rebuild it. I had to tear off a shelf and paint and screw and paint things together. I've remounted my monitors and my camera, and so all the wiring changed. Anyway, it's just I don't even have any gouges out to work with, so I'm kind of behind the 8 ball on getting this set up. But we do have a couple of bowls to work with, kind of pre-turned. I don't know when I turned these. You can see the dust on this one. It's just it's been sitting in the shop for quite a while. So we're gonna do. So first, let me kind of introduce this. Let's put the all things wood turning. And my bottom and right and bottom left picture aren't working right, so I haven't fixed that yet. So I'll just turn it off. All things wood turning, face grain series. So this is actually the last week of this series, and so this has been the last 8 weeks. We had a couple of weeks where I interrupted it with some other stuff, some A10 mini stuff, and so each week is. In fact, can I put it? Let me see. Let me get, not that one. Not that one. I don't have it. Hang on. I'm working with another input here. So, okay, input 5. So let's go there and transition to that one. So website, sign up for the latest news. That's my newsletter. So do that. Go to the website, sign up for the newsletter. You can do it here as well. Why is that cursor like that? I can't put myself little in that thing. Yeah, it doesn't work. I'm gonna over. Okay, I'll get that fixed. Anyway, if you go to Explore Woodturning down to live streams, you'll see all the live streams. You'll see that today is the last day. We're doing a rim decorated bowl. So that is what we're gonna do today. We're gonna do a bowl. We're just gonna decorate the rim. I'm not gonna turn. Probably won't finish the inside. We'll probably just look at some different techniques on the rim. This maybe isn't the best example of it. This walnut OG, for some reason I didn't like this at all. So I threw it up on the shelf. It's been sitting there for a year. But same idea. You could do rim decoration on this rim here and then turn the inside. So that's what we're going to do today. And then since today is the last week, I'm going to take a couple weeks off. I kind of figure things out and hopefully be back maybe late April for another series. So if you've got ideas for that next series, which I think Ken had a good idea last week, is tips and tricks, maybe some ad hoc ideas for each week. So send in your ideas to me, either in comments on Facebook or YouTube, or just to my email, todd@woodturningtoolstore.com. And we'll try and put together another series of live streams of some. I'm just trying to find my way back to there. No, what am I looking for? StreamYard. That's what I'm looking for. So yeah, let's take a look and stuff. So we've got Tony in the house. Thank you, Tony. Thank you for joining. Appreciate it. And so yeah, Facebook. I'm streaming to Facebook, my page, Woodturning Tool Store, as well as the Woodturners Retreat Facebook page, as well as to my YouTube channel. Search Woodturning Tool Store on YouTube. You'll find me there. Go ahead and subscribe to that as well if you wish. You'll get notified of these live streams as well if you hit the notification bell, I think. So, oh boy, there's a lot of rambling, Todd. But yeah, so tips and tricks, I think maybe might be the idea for the. I realize I'm not on camera there. There we go. Might be the idea for the next set of live streams. and of course all around wood turning. So it'll still be all things wood turning, maybe tips and tricks. So send in those ideas at the end of the commercial. So what are we doing? Let's go ahead and mount this guy up, and we'll take a look. I have to get some tools out, and so I don't know how much we're actually going to get done in terms of this base. Let me see. Is that going to fit on there? Yeah, I think that'll work. Might work. I've got this SK100 with the O'Donnell jaws, and I think I have the 38 mil. No, I don't have any inserts in there. So 50 mils. And what key is that? Is this one? Well, let's see if this tenon. It's going to be too long for this chuck. Can I go? It's straight internal. So yeah, see, it's if I zoom in there, tight. Sorry about the movement there, but you can see there's a gap right in there. So I'm going to get the other jaws out, or the other chuck, which I think this was turned on, which I think was the little Nova chuck. This little guy requires an adapter because it's got a 1x8 thread. Snap it on there, kind of gives me a little, little tightening action on it. So let's see if I can grip this guy with this set of jaws. Yeah, that'll work. Plenty of room there. It's going to need a little chewing up. I think it's gone a little out of whack. It's sitting on the shelf for a while. Oh dear. Yeah, so here we go. Let me get myself off of there. Widen this out just a little bit. Yeah, so the setup here is kind of new. I'm kind of getting used to it. I've now got a big monitor right in front of the camera, and then laptop's still there. I've got another couple monitors here. Wiring's a bit different, and of course the A10 Mini Extreme, being a much larger unit, is it's going to be fun to play with and get set up. There's a lot of things I can do with it. I should be able to. I don't think I've got it set up yet. I wonder, will it work? No. Oh, there we go. Okay, so there is a sort of a 3-up sort of view. We've got tailstock here, or sorry, head overhead camera on the left side of your screen. Then we got the tailstock camera up in the corner. Then we got me in this green box here, and this is supposed to be a green screen, so I've got to set this chroma key up so that you'll see right through all the green and see the background. So this is what I'm hoping to kind of do on the get set up. I just need to take some time to program. So let's turn it a little bit here. We'll flatten this out, and I told you I hadn't gotten any tools out yet, so I got to dig out a tool. Let me just grab this first one. First tool I see, big bowl gouge. We'll see how this works. I'm gonna move this over just a bit more, and maybe just widen that out just a bit more. There we go. So we're just going to clean up the face here a little bit. And oh, you know what? I had my what did I have plugged in? I had my table saw plugged in. I had to change plugs. So I was cutting plywood for the new computer box, And so now, there we go. Click. Hear the item kick in. So we got a bit of wobble here. So we'll clean that up. This is all wobbly back here. I'm not going to really worry about that because this is just a waste block for right now. In my case, or what I'm thinking about it. So we'll clean this up with a little few little scraping cuts. I'm going to reposition this other camera to kind of get a bit better there. Give you a bit better view. Still a little bouncy out here. This bowl gouge is a little dull. I was using it, was I using it last week? Oh, that's what I should show. I should show last week's platter. I don't know if Shelly's watching, maybe she'll bring it out. If not, I'll run and get it here in a minute. But yeah, anyway, my bowl gouges have been replaced on the carts around here with AV equipment. So I haven't had a chance to sharpen everything. So we've got here, you can see in the inset picture, it's still a dark yellow here and here. So we haven't cut everything yet. So we got to cut back a bit more. That's a good way to tell. We could also just use a pencil, lightly scribe there, and you'll see it skips and skips. So we've got to cut a bit more to kind of get that evened out. I probably don't have a lot of room for decoration here. I would have let this be a little thicker out here to do some decoration. So we're close enough. Let's just kind of clean that up a little bit with a push cut along here. And I've kind of rounded that a little bit for the first thing I'm going to try for rim decoration. And I've got some lousy heel marks there on the platter. I think I need to cut that just a bit more. It's really not going to matter with this first sort of technique I want to try. And believe me, I'm no expert on rim decorated bowls. Doesn't really take a lot of expertise. It's just kind of using whatever tools you have at hand, whatever techniques you want to try, and give it a go. I'm grabbing my half round bar. I'm going to do a bit of scraping out here to see how that works. Just to just kind of scrape some of this off. Okay. So good enough for now for what I want to do. I want to try. So again, we're making a bowl with a rim decorated rim. So we're going to leave the center mass until the end, because we may decorate and paint, and then we can cut away and expose natural wood in the center. And so that's kind of the technique, or the ideas anyway. Oh, I have to lift up this and get into here. A couple of things I want in here. Dropping things. And I want, let's do that one. Where's that other one? This one. This one. Oops, I didn't want to close that one. Shoot. I got too many things in my finger. Okay. Oh, that's a long way down to the floor. So let me pop up here for a second. Oh, that's ugly. So let me change that to that. So we got a few things that we're going to look at. So one of the gents, and I don't know if he's on today, that I've been working with a little bit with Woodturners Retreat. It's a good time to plug a little commercial here. Let's see if I've got it here. Banners and show. Yeah. So Woodturners. Why is that showing? Yes, that's showing. Woodturners Retreat. Lost my train of thought for a second. Tomorrow, Saturday, 27th of March, we got Jeff Hornig and Stuart Farini doing some demonstrations for you. It starts at noon Central, 1 o'clock Eastern. I think that's 5 p.m. UK time. So Stuart's from the UK, Jeff's from St. Louis area. So that's why it's called Across the Pond 2. And so go visit Woodturners Retreat for tickets. But Stuart and the other part of the Woodturners Retreat, the other UK gentleman from Woodturners Retreat, does rim decorated bowls as well, Chris Parker. So Chris has got some neat techniques for doing rim decorated bowls. Check that out. One of the things I picked up from him, or the idea, is these little sanding discs. These are kind of made for automotive parts and stuff. So there's 50, 80, and kind of 120. I've marked them. I got those off Amazon. They're not cheap, but they're kind of work. So what I'm going to do first is use a wire brush of some sort in my drill, and let me get out of the way, and we'll just wire brush this maybe at low speed and see what kind of techniques, what kind of texture we get. So these are pretty stiff. This one probably more so than the rest because it's so short. So let's give that a whirl, shall we? See what that looks like. And just got my sanding drill, getting that out here. Just trying to find a place to stick the mandrel, sanding mandrel. So we've got this guy. We're going to stick this guy in here and just kind of see how this is going to work. So, oops, cord. So that's going to go that way. I kind of want it to go that way. So I'm going to change my tool rest out here for something I can lower quite a bit. Pull it back and get my sander on there and just tip it in there and be able to control it easy so you can kind of see. Let me show you this picture and move that over here a little bit. So you can kind of see I can kind of control it this way. I wonder if I can put overhead, picture in picture. Yeah, let's try that. So we're going to do that. We're going to do some cross that way. This is spinning that way. So I'll go probably with the grain that way. Maybe go this direction. We'll see how it works out. That is my dust hood getting caught up there on the turning. I have a little less room with that thing than I used to. Or no, more room with it, but I didn't move it out of the way. Okay, so that looks good. So we'll turn the speed down. Running about 300-400. somewhere in there, 360. I think we're going to need a lot more of that. A lot more pressure. That's got some nice texture on it. Hard to see. So what I'll do is I'll wipe on, what should I wipe? Okay. Some gilding paste. That's what I'm going to do. Where is that at? Okay, Todd, think. That is in here. Pearl. Now let's do something bright and cool. Copper. New copper. What do you think? New copper? Anybody vote for new copper? Or new gold? Or metallic blue? Let's look at metallic blue. I have no idea what that looks like. So we'll try metallic blue. We'll just see what it looks like. Normally, I would probably prep this with a bit of maybe sanding sealer, but since we're just kind of experimenting, so now let me take that banner down now. Go back. I've got some. What's Ken saying? Really messed up your ears. Seem to be still attached. Yeah. Excellent. Blue. Okay, Philip, it is blue. It is. So this is cream filler we get locally at the store here, Wood World. It's a Jimmy Clues product that he's worked with those folks. So we will. I'm only going to do part of it blue. We'll just see what it looks like. I'm not going to do the whole thing. I want to get it down in the scratches. Then we will take it off. Oh, probably got some on my face now. I have to. Okay, looking in the monitor. No, thought I were blue on my nose. It happens. Okay, so we're starting to get a little bit, and I think if I take the scraper a little bit to it, we might get some blue streaks showing up. But you can kind of see a little bit of the stripes going across that way. Get some more paper towel. Oh, I got that stuff everywhere, don't I? Huh. Well, who would be calling me now? Crying out loud. You know who that was? That was Mr. Scam Likely. It's a good friend of ours. We get those reports now from the phone companies saying that the guys that are calling are scammers. So we're going to scrape this just ever so lightly at a little higher speed than that, and just see what comes of it. So we can start to get some blue streaking in there, maybe just a little bit more scraping. So something like that would be kind of cool. I think the brush really makes a difference. I'm going to try this one just to see what kind of texture that's going to give in a rotation this way instead of this way. So let's try that, and we'll see if that's going to work any better. And this is maple, I believe. So the wood hardness and stuff is going to play into how well it kind of reacts. So these are simple, easy things to do. Don't need anything expensive. These little brushes you can pick up at the hardware store, Harbor Freight, or wherever. What sort of discount hardware store you guys have near you. Just trying to figure out what's the best way to hold this one. I want to kind of see the rotation I'm going to get. So this one I'm going to rotate and touch the top of it so that I can see the scratches hopefully go across that way instead of spiral. And we'll lock that down. We'll put that there. I think that'll work. We'll give it a shot. That's way too fast. I'm going to go even slower, down to 200 RPM on this one. Pushing pretty hard on that. And for this one, what I might do is make a cove design to make that fit a bit better. So scoop this, I can't see that. Scoop this out a little bit, and let me put, so that kind of rounded edge fits in there a bit better. That might work. We've got some scratches going both ways now. Maybe what I'll do is I'll clean it off a bit, and then we'll try that again. Making a hell of a racket out at that edge, but that's all right. $160. Oh, that's getting on the gear of the. Yeah, it's going to throw me off that direction. Kind of like knurling tools. You want to hold it on there harder than you thought and longer than you thought. So that's kind of what I've learned with that kind of stuff. Let's try a different color this time. What do you think? Where's that? I got aspen green. Nice green color here. Let me go there. Let's see what this looks like. Pick a good area. I don't know. Maybe not quite as successful as the other scratch pattern, but you can kind of see something happening in there. Okay. A lot of experimentation needed. It's hard to see on the camera, but there is a bit of a scratch pattern there. That chattered out here. So this pattern up here is from chatter of the tool. It's just getting too thin out here. Well, let's carry on. Maybe we'll do some different kind of texture. So let's try a knurling tool. I said that you need to kind of hold it on there harder than you thought and longer than you thought. There's the, oops, damn it. I have to fix this someday. I've got my little micro mini texturing tool, but this brass screw has lost its threading years ago. It never really worked that well, so it keeps falling out. We'll try that. But here's the knurling tool. So I'm going to clean off maybe a spot right in here. Right on that rim area. Tighten that shot up a little bit. There we go. We got a couple more comments. Let's see. Hello, Michael. Thank you for joining. Appreciate it. Happy Friday to you too. Let's Philip suggest. What about coloring first, then texture? Ooh, well, that's an idea. Yeah, that's something to do. I'll have to try that at some point. Got a little gouge. I'm going to clean off this area here. Sort of a nice flat there. Turn the speed down. We've got this large sort of knurling tool, and we need to pull the back. We need to also turn this down to probably around 400. So I don't want it to cut kind of right on center. And this one, bear with me as I move you a little bit. Get you a bit better angle so you can kind of see what I'm doing here. So I'm just gonna do a square one. I like a square on, like 90 degree, sort of. I'm not angling it at all. Anyway, I'm just going square on, and we'll push in and sit there for longer than you would think and harder than you would think. There we got some nice knurling in there. So where did I put that thing? There it is. I wonder if I can, you can kind of see it. It's going to show up better in the, just kind of zooming in here a little bit for you. Yeah. So that'll show up nicely. So that we're going to do, what do I call it? New copper. We'll put some copper in that one. I really should put these paper towel a little closer to me. This kind of technique I've used before, this knurling tool, and it works well for outlining these kind of things. You want to rub it in all those holes, the divots. Get down in there. And then wipe off the excess. And that shows up quite nicely. get our little ding, ding, ding. Nice clash and clang of tools. So we got our point tool. We will outline that. Let me just see where it is. Right there. Right there. So looks pretty good. So now let's just do the little gouge. We'll clean that up. And then on the other side, kind of gives a nice banding there. So that looks pretty cool. And a little more wiping down. I should have wiped it down before I cut it, but it'll always get a bit more off. That's a good one. So that works with pretty good success. And again, the rule of that one is a little harder than you think you should and a little longer than you think you should. Okay. I'm going to clear this middle part out a little bit, just flatten it. And we'll do maybe some spiraling, I guess. And then we'll see about what else we can do. So we got a clean spot there. My spiraling tool, I have to use it, and you can't see that. Let me bring this back this way a bit. I have to use it for the thing is up, otherwise that's going to fall right out. Now you can't see that, it just falls out. I have to fix that at some point. I just haven't got it fixed. It's really just retapping and get a new brass insert, but that's a bit of a pain. So I always run it with the nut up so it doesn't fall out. And a little bit of an angle on it. There's a lot better people doing this than I. But again, it's really just experimenting. And you can get fantastic results just by trying things out and playing with it. So I'm running about between 500 and 600, 700, 400 to 700. So I'm going to do a ring or just a few spots. You can see it's already coming out. I got to be careful of that. I'll go this way. Maybe I'll go up and down with it. I'm going to put my finger on that nut. I'll do another one of those. And I'll do another one of these. It's coming out again. I really do have to fix that. So we've got a pretty good one here, kind of an interesting one here. This one in the middle is kind of sucks. It's a little too hard. But we'll point those out. By pointing those out, I mean use the point tool and turn that back up. Let me actually just mark where I gotta, this sometimes helps me. I cut there, cut there, cut there, cut there. Now I can see those marks. Not too bad. A little bit of burnishing, or I'm going to try out this little sanding thing that Mr. Chris Parker made me buy. I'm going to blame him for that one. And that's these little roll-lock things. They're little roll-lock connectors, so I can stick them on my roll-lock sanding mandrel. I'll start with 80. I don't think I need 50, but who knows. I think slow speed. Kind of just brushes those up a little bit, burnishes them a little bit. And 120. There you go. What should we do with that? Any ideas? Should we cream fill it? Should we do something else? Let's see. Facebook user, he made me buy one of those sanding things too. Yeah, I know. I saw them and I went, oh, that's kind of cool. Let's get one of those. So I haven't used it a whole lot yet, but that's a perfect use for it. I am just, what am I looking for? I'm looking for one thing. Time, 3:17. So yeah, that's good. We're doing good on time. We're just about done. I don't know that I'm going to do anything with that. We could fill it with cream filler again. I would probably clean up this center part. Maybe I'll just do that just to finish it. We'll make a little bit of a bowl just to kind of highlight that I don't like that particular. Pushing a little too hard, but it's breaking away, so. Something like that. Of course, these rim patterns would be out on the rim, and you'd make your bowl wherever you want to make it, that kind of thing. So, yeah, I think this would be good for a dry brush technique, just to cover over top of the high spots and miss the low spots, or even a. Do I have a sponge? I don't know if your wife uses sponge makeups, but those sometimes work very good at spreading paints. And where do I have? I don't know where I have that, but we could. No, we couldn't. I don't have air hooked up. What could we do? Puffy paint? Paint crayon. Maybe that'll work. Let's try that. Let's see. What do we got here? I don't know what this is. Oh, it's just a dauber. I thought it was a brush. That's what we'll do. A brush. We'll get a brush. Not a brush, but a watercolor brush. Yeah, that's gonna do it. Really not the sort of best use of these things, but let's do should we do a Stuart Fernie pink? How did you guys see that Facebook post by Stuart about a week back? Bright pink sort of thing, but we won't do that. We'll do a company orange, maybe. Let's do company orange. So I got a little water brush markers, and I'm going to just hold it over top of a couple of these designs. Go this way. It's even going too fast. I have to do this by hand. Again, this would be a good time to use a sanding sealer first. I'll have to paint this hole now because I've already spilled into it. This is where a water brush would work as well. I'm getting a little too much on there. This is where you need to take your time and just paint the highlight sort of thing. And this looks better here than this does around here. So you get the idea. That would work. I got a whole set of these for something. So I mount it on, I think it was, I don't know, not being a Blick. Had a sale going or something like that. So Art Supply Studio here in the US. So that would work. I got inks. What are these? Prismacolor markers. Maybe these ones might work better. Oh, these I think are just actual markers, not pen tips. Kind of wears out your markers. I know the big chisel tips might work better for this. Oops, wrong drawer. Oh, there it is. Uh-huh. This is the kind of makeup sponge I was talking about. It's kind of stiff, and so it would glide over top of the surface. If you had a color on there. Maybe I'll try that. Let's do a nice blue. Get the chisel tip. Get that sort of look to it. That works well. And that's just the standard Prismacolor markers. It's got a fine tip and a chisel tip. But let's try this idea I have. Do I got one that's open maybe? Maybe we'll do... Yeah, we'll just open this one. I have no idea what these are like. Left-hand thread, interesting. Anyway, so yeah, there's Rub and Buff was... Rub and Buff wax works well too. Yeah, I've got some Brie wax in the cupboard. I haven't used that for a while. Don't let Shelly catch her using your stuff. Yeah, using her stuff. Yeah, I know, that's the thing. She doesn't know that one. Actually, I think this one was from my daughter. She's no longer in the house. She is out on her own. That's a left-hand thread. That's weird. So I've got this little paint. It's meant for kind of drawing with. It's got this little nozzle on it, but I am going to put a little just a little squeeze on there, but I'm going to kind of take most of that off with just dabbing it slightly. So I'm just kind of taking it off a little bit. And let's turn this on. I've got this too wide. I would cut this down for this. The idea, it would just ride on top there like that, and not get down in the grooves, if you will. And you can apply by hand. It's kind of like a sort of the dry brush with using a makeup brush that's almost dry, paint, if you will. Similar idea. Just kind of gets the high spots. It's kind of like a little bit of an embossed look, if you will. Yeah, so these spongy things work really well for this kind of technique. I will have to show you guys at some point encaustic waxes. I've used those before a number of times years ago. Got to do some more at some point. So that's I think kind of a little bit of the decoration part. There's also, using rotary tools to carve away, that kind of thing. There's using different kind of tips in your flex shaft tool, whether it be whatever, maybe different kinds of tips and stuff. So that's that's that. Let me put some of these things back, and I can maybe see a little bit of my bench top here to clear off. These have to go back in there. Then I can open this up. Oh, they're not in there anyway. Oh yeah, here they are. Okay. Overhead. Let's go overhead. So we've got an assortment of. So this is the flex shaft tool with the right angle attachment and a Holy Galahad wheel, whatever it's called, course wheel. These are not as robust as the Arbortech or the Proxen. They work well, but they don't have quite as much torque. So something to be aware of. But for the little that I have used of it, it's worked for what I needed. So then an assortment of tips and burrs. We got flame tips. We got the what do you call those guys? Oh, Jeff and Tanya. I can't remember their names now. Ball tips and other spur bits and sanding discs and small wire brush here. So all kinds of stuff. So that's kind of stuff you can use in your flex shaft tool, or your Dremel or whatever you may have. So yeah, I'll put that back in there. That, for me, I think, is going to be a wrap. Well, that's kind of pretty behind my head, eh? What do you think? Yeah, that works. I'll stand over this side. And hang on, I'll just do a quick, let me capture that. I don't think I can capture that, so bear with me a second. I'm playing with toys. Okay, capture still. Does that work? Oh, I'm full up. That's why. Let me delete some of these things out of here. I like that one. I like that one. I'll get rid of this one. This one. Okay. There we go. I've caught myself in... And put that on air. So there's my picture I just took. So that was kind of fun. I'm back. Anyway, that is what number do I need? I need 20. Okay, there we go. That's I think that's going to be a wrap for me. Let me get back to comments here. There's a couple of things I probably hadn't looked at. Rotary chisel. Steve said rotary cutter, but it's rotary chisel, Jeff and Tanya. Thank you. I forgot. Dave, what did Dave say? Theo the Woodturner teaches to color the chatter first with yellow, for example, then chatter, and color the chatter with a darker. Yeah, so that would work too. Yeah, all kinds of different ways to go about it. Color it, then come back and use a cream filler with enhancing cream. Yeah, so perfect. Again, what I might do on something like this, and let me put that back on there for you because you can't see it, is I do like that Chestnut Ebonizing lacquer. And so, because it dries quick and it's black. And so that going on there, then chatter or spiral or knurl, and then fill that, because the lacquer would be a great seal coat between the wood and any other color you're going to put on top. So that would work well. So yeah. Any other ideas? What do we got? Somebody said, Tony says, I haven't got one yet, but plan to. So I think that's the sponge sander. Philip, thanks for the evening call. You bet, Philip. You take care. Have a good weekend. And as I'm talking about this, so yeah, this is the last one. Face Grain series is over. You'll find it on the website, so you can go look there. Ooh, that would be weird. Let me try this for a second. Yeah. So infinity, because I got my web page. I've got my computer screen pulled up, but let's go over to, oops, not one, but switch here. So the live streaming page on the website, I will change this page. Won't be Face Grain series. Next time it'll be something different, but this is where you might check to see what's going to happen. This is also to check to see where I may have, if I can find my mouse, where you find the old ones. So all the old ones are here. You can come there and check them. You can check them on my Facebook page or my, oops, lost my transition there on that one. Facebook page or the YouTube channel. So check those out. And then, like I said, I'll be up. Oh, I know what I got to show. Hang on, let me go back to that. And looky. I have a personal demonstration coming up. This is the, for doing all this stuff I'm doing in the background, all this ATEM mini switcher stuff. So if you're interested in that, this is the advanced tutorial. And the next day or two, this weekend, I'll have the previous demos up on my site for rent if you want to look at those. So I hope that you might take a look at this one and see. We're going to learn about some of the stuff I've done today. That's overlay. We're going to learn about using this macros and how to program those macros and how to put those macros on a keyboard or some sort of keypad to make this easy to operate and stuff like that. So I know I've got a few members already signed up. Few people, not members, but people signed up. I say members because this is a great product for clubs and stuff to use for showing their membership demos and stuff like that. So that's the audience, as well as other demonstrators or anybody interested in this kind of techie, geeky stuff in the wood turning world. So check that out. Yeah, otherwise, go make a nice bowl and show me. So I'd love to see it. Don't forget to send me some inspiration for the next series. So that'd be great. Otherwise, I am going to say 2:30 Todd is now done for this series. Thanks very much for all you joining. Let me just check my... I have to get this better set up. This is just a little difficult. And Lowell says, I've been wanting to try some of these ideas. Thanks much, Todd. Thank you. And thanks, Todd, from Facebook user. Appreciate it. And this is really a lot of why I kind of do this. I do have fun interacting or hearing from you folks and doing this stuff every Friday afternoon for a quick hour. Today's was a little unprepared, as they all are, but I think the spontaneity of what I do kind of makes it fun. Certainly challenging and fun for me. Hopefully you kind of see a little bit of what maybe you kind of get in your own shop and go, what am I going to do? You just start doing it and you just figure it out as you go. So yeah, try some of these ideas, show some of them to me, and send me your comments. Otherwise, I'll say it again, 2:30 Todd is out. I'll see you guys in a few weeks, and y'all take care and have fun. And yeah, stay connected. Bye-bye. There we go. Does that work?